Conservative minds debate the future. From jackets to border walls, strategies clash like a political rally. Frustration brews in the chambers. As always, meet new challenges. Dissenting voices rise up, seeking unity, but finding divides. We stand strong, we stand tall. In this party, our spirit will not fall. Though the path is rocky and long, we march forward with hearts full of song.
All right.
Oh, that was such a powerful voice and music and inspirational.
You know that's one of the fastest rising songs on YouTube?
Yes, because you put it on Spotify. You're a genius. Now you're a musical producer. You did a podcast on AI. I'm starting to be convinced you may be AI yourself. You may have built a version of yourself because you don't want to deal with me. So you just built a clone or like a Terminator version of you to do shows with me, so you don't have to talk about UConn running backs.
I mean, I like the UConn running back.
You're not AI, you are Dave I.
Dave, oh, I like that.
This is Rebel Republic. You're either with us or you're against us.
I don't like that.
And the voice of reason, Frank Cristiano, is next to me. Okay, you don't like it? Give me something better. You complain about what I hear, then you give me something better.
We are here to change hearts and minds one show at a time.
But that's not true.
It is true.
No, because liberals don't change their hearts and minds.
They don't?
No,
there's many liberals that have crossed over and gone to the GOP side, to a conservative view, have voted for this president that's currently in office.
Well, they didn't really have a choice because the guy basically was in diapers and eating ice cream cones. I mean, it was either like you could have voted for a giraffe or Trump. I mean, that was basically the choice.
Oh, giraffe.
So, and then Coach Human, great to see you. You're coming off a big championship. Did you get a nice trophy for the flag championship?
I didn't get anything.
What do you mean you didn't get anything? There's no trophy?
Kids got T-shirts.
Wait, there was no trophy ceremony. No, MVP, nothing like. Really?
10-year-olds, bro.
That doesn't matter. We still got awards at 10 years old. We got Iron Man awards, all that crap.
It's Pop Warner football with helmets. It's 7-on-7.
My son tried a new sport today.
Pickleball?
No, lacrosse.
Oh, yeah. I figured he'd be a very good lacrosse player. Just don't get him into it.
He played in the game today, first time.
Yeah,
ever.
don't do it. Don't get him into it. Just keep him with baseball.
Well, baseball he's already playing.
Lacrosse is just tough. There's travel teams. It's
every sport has that now.
Expensive, and it's just a mess. So,
every sport has that now. What's
I know. Dominic and I were talking about that yesterday. Dominic's brother's kids are playing on a travel baseball team, and I believe AAU basketball as well.
Yeah.
And I just, it's crazy. It's so much.
It is. It costs. It's time, effort, everything. But you know what? If the kids enjoy it, do it.
Yeah, they're too young. They don't even know.
What age are they?
They're well, all right. Well, one of them's older. They're 12, I think.
They know.
12.
They know by then. They like it.
Yeah, but I don't think they would disappoint their parents and say that they do. You know,
they know
that's my thing. Yeah. So,
they
like, if you told Troy, you don't have to play football this year, would he be up? Would he be happy or would he be sad?
I already said it to him.
You already said it to him, like, hey man, you don't have to play this season.
Anytime I get upset, I'll be like, hey, you don't have to play. If you don't want to play, do something else. And he says, you're not stopping me from playing. I'm playing. That's how.
Oh, that's smart because you're using reverse psychology. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I did it to my kid too.
He likes the game.
Yeah, I did it to my kid too.
After seeing your freaking offense, Mike Martz, with the crap you run with the 10-year-olds, I'm blown away.
He does like that, I guess. That's probably
the
fun.
Wristbands.
Quarterback's like playing for me.
Frank had wristbands in '96, which was revolutionary.
Yeah,
and you have them for 10-year-olds. and it's got the plays on them, and I cannot believe the number of routes you run.
It's drawn.
It's 10 years. There's 10. How do they? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So
we saw the execution.
What the what?
Execution. You saw it.
You saw the execution in plays.
No, I did. Yes, I did.
Was it exactly as I drew it up?
You explained it to a T, and it was drawn up like, exactly you called it. I was blown away.
Throw
Frank,
it on time.
He runs a route combination I'd never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
He goes trips, but he tightens down the backside receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He runs a flood concept with the trips front side with a bunch set, and then he drags the front side receiver at like 2 yards off, and he does a quick play fake, and then the receiver.
Can you run in this 7-on-7?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they can hand it off. The quarterback can't run, which is
Okay.
awful. This is flag. It wasn't 7-on-7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he drags the receiver across. The receiver gets completely lost in the wash,
Mm-hmm.
and he hit the receiver for a touchdown.
Any drag gets lost in the wash on that.
Well, I've never seen it. I mean, out of a flood concept, Pete throwing a backside, like it becomes quads almost with the drag.
Yeah.
Bring an extra guy. You don't normally bring that extra guy.
Right. And then the other concept that I never saw before, he ran a bunch set. He ran a flood, except out of the bunch set, the furthest receiver inside runs a corner route to the opposite side of the field.
Oh, really?
And no one goes with him.
Well, how is that a flood?
Well, I mean, it would normally be a flood concept, except for that guy. It's
So a 2-man route to one side, and then took the inside receiver and ran him all the way across the field.
yes,
Because when he starts to roll,
a deep corner. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. Yeah.
Okay.
You have?
No. Well, no. We've done that, but that's when we want to try to isolate just a great player and just throw.
that is why I do it. That's why I do it.
There you go.
I have that one. I have a tall receiver. That's
Right.
Just throw it up. Have him go get it.
So my father asked me on the way over if we were going to talk about the parade. He said there was some parade yesterday for Trump.
Yes.
What was that about?
Well, I don't know specifically it was for Trump. I mean, granted, it was his idea in a way. It's the 250th anniversary of the United States Army.
Oh, that's
so. Yeah.
Okay.
So he gathered. I don't know how many divisions I think they had there that marched. They brought in tanks and
tanks.
Awesome.
Oh yeah,
it was awesome.
Vehicles and everything. They had 200,000 people there.
Yeah. Was it in D.C.?
In D.C.
Was Trump there?
Trump was there.
Well, I mean, he would be. Okay.
Trump was there.
What was the purpose of it again?
Well, it's also his birthday.
Oh, it was his birthday too.
But obviously, he's celebrating the 250-year anniversary of the United States Army. I mean, I think it's a good thing. I like the patriotic angle to it. I know it looks like really the only countries that tend to march their militaries are usually communist or socialist,
the Nazis or whatever.
But I think it is in a way a show of strength. I think most people know we're probably the best militarized country in the world.
Yeah,
but I think it's a good show of strength. It's a good show of unity, a good show of patriotism.
Yeah, it's propaganda.
It's his birthday. It's obviously a puffy chest moment for him as well. But and there was talk about how much they spent on it. Okay, so we didn't send.
But we got the money to spend.
We didn't send condoms to Central Congo. You know what I mean?
Or the circumcision.
You're right. Yeah, you know what I mean. So we eliminated a couple programs and we threw the money to this instead. I don't think it hurt anybody. But on the same day that was happening, what else was happening around the country, Steve?
The Iran people.
No. What else was happening around this country, the United States, the same day as the parade, which was on
Sunday?
Yeah. And what else was happening on that day, Steve? Political best podcaster in politics.
Is this the thing I didn't know about? So we're not talking about Juneteenth, are we?
Juneteenth. Yes, Juneteenth.
Yeah,
that was
somebody mentioned that to me.
Not Juneteenth.
I didn't know what Juneteenth was.
It's not Juneteenth.
Okay, what was it?
As some people celebrate Donald Trump and the United States military, other people would
would protest.
Yes, very good.
There were protests.
As a protest, and it was called what? What was it called, Steve?
A demonstration, a riot?
No. Well, it ended up being riot in some places. It was called No King's Day. No King's Day.
Where was it held?
It was held around the country. It was funded around the country. Yes,
because Britain.
But we're a democracy.
People in Britain were protesting No King's Day,
but they have a queen.
They have a king.
Correct.
But we don't have a king.
That's how dumb people are.
Right.
We're a democracy.
Yes. You have to understand something. The way Donald Trump is acting to some people, he's making decisions like a king would.
Well, he just signs executive orders.
Right.
I mean, if I would sign them too, if I could.
Right. People don't like that. They want everything to, they want what they want. To be stopped.
You can't do that because there's too many voices. Everyone wants to say, and then nothing gets done. Everyone just talks in circles.
Right.
One person just has to say, listen, we're going to fucking do this, bomb this, end of story.
But then that's not a democracy.
It is to an extent.
It is not, though. But not. Democracy is you got to have everybody on board.
For that guy to make the decisions. Well, that's the democracy.
Well, they're saying on that side, on their side, they're saying, I didn't vote for him. I voted against him.
Well, you did vote. You just lost.
Right. That's exactly.
Yeah.
And they don't like that.
But
they don't like
that. A friend of mine texted me because we were planning our recording for a podcast, and he said, I can record Thursday because there's Juneteenth. And I said, what's Juneteenth? And he laughed at me.
Right.
He put lol. I said, no, seriously, what's Juneteenth?
It's a national holiday for African Americans.
It's a federal holiday, Juneteenth.
Yeah, that's right.
And when did this this happen?
During the Biden administration.
It's a federal. You can, and he said it was because of George Floyd.
Yeah.
So after we finish the show, you're going to drive me to Burn Dairy.
I am.
I'm going to rob Burn Dairy.
Yeah.
Because George Floyd, didn't he rob a store before the police apprehended him? Yeah.
No,
he took cigarettes or Lucy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he took Lucy. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a can of beer from Burn Dairy.
Okay.
And then the police will come and kill me.
Right.
And then I want a holiday named after.
Right. We'll have a Palestinian holiday named.
Well, no, it's not Palestinian.
names.
No, I'm not Palestinian.
What are you?
I'm Lebanese.
Oh, Lebanese.
Italian.
Oh, okay. You're Lebanese and Italian.
You know this.
Oh, well, I do. I guess I do.
No, but how did they get a holiday named after? Like this holiday was in his purpose.
Well, it wasn't.
I know it's because of the freedom.
It wasn't.
Slavery.
It wasn't right. It wasn't directly in his purpose. What happened when George Floyd
was
passed
murdered,
away? The whole incident, right? It opened up the capability to be able to have more days, programs, sympathetic views towards
which and you have no empathy.
Well, no, I do. It doesn't matter. You want listen if that makes people happier for that, that's fine. But the problem is now it's gone too far. Not the Juneteenth, but just the idea that every little fart needs its day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, Dave?
I want to have a day.
You know what I'm trying to say, Dave? It's gotten to be, it's out of control. It's like every person's input has to have value. It doesn't.
But as far as I remember, didn't George Floyd like put a knife to his pregnant girlfriend and like he wasn't like the good guy?
Yes,
he did a lot of drugs.
Yes.
Like
that's basically why he died. It was drugs in the system.
But we're honoring. It feels like we're honoring him for like he was a war hero.
I mean, he was physically abused that day.
Oh, yeah.
He was in peril. But I mean, the autopsy shows. I mean
he had fentanyl.
He died. Right.
Tyler's on. It's beautiful. He made it. He's in Tehran.
Yeah, you can see the lighting is limited. There's been a barrage of.
Oh God, I hope he's okay.
There's been a barrage of explosions and missile launches your way in the last 4 days. Tyler, can you give us an update on the hostilities there in Tehran?
Brother, I'm just like I'm diving and avoiding Jewish bombs all day long.
Are Jewish bombs different than Iranian bombs?
Wait, the Jewish have bombs?
Oh, they have missiles, bombs. Sure.
Yes, exactly. I'm just.
Oh, okay. Well, why?
I'm just fucking avoiding Israeli bombs, Israeli rockets.
Israel's our ally, though, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
but
he should be in Tel Aviv then. Oh,
they'll know I'm here.
no, they don't.
Well,
They'll know I'm here.
as long as there's no red
I'm
dot.
collateral damage right now.
As long as there's no red dot pointed at your forehead, you're okay. There's no guided missile coming your way.
Tyler, you had a question. There was a question. A young lady wanted to know if you were circumcised or not.
I am not an anteater.
Is that a tough question?
I do not have an anteater.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just clarifying. I didn't know that.
A young lady? Who is this? What do you say, like, young lady? You like some 47-year-old unmarried product?
No. She's 27. She was 27.
She was part of the No Kings March yesterday.
Yeah,
so she weighs 300. So she weighs 316 pounds.
With blue hair.
I mean, her picture looks pretty all right. I mean, it was on TikTok, so she looked fine. She just wanted to know.
I'm circumcised or not.
Why do people ask if you're on Duck Dynasty? You get a lot of questions. I don't know.
Yeah,
you get a lot of feedback.
Because my beard's amazing, and because I'm extremely conservative.
Duck Dynasty people are conservative? Oh, it's Louisiana.
Okay, Steve? Are you okay, Steve?
No, I'm asking Dave. Louisiana is conservative
and conservative.
Oh, are they Southern Baptists in Louisiana?
Yes.
What are you eating?
That family's born again. They're born again.
Oh, the Duck Dynasty family's born again?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I was just curious. So the thing in Israel and Iran, is there something that started it?
Iran is trying to build nuclear bomb.
Steven, about 2,000 years of holy wars and idealistic conflict.
Oh, I didn't know Iran was part of that. I just thought it was like Saudi Arabia.
So
Iran funds all of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But on the news, they were saying that we used to give nuclear weapons to one of them, to like Iran or Afghanistan.
Nuclear weapons. You're trying to prevent them.
So it was Afghanistan. We used to give nuclear weapons to Afghanistan. Why are you shaking your head?
No.
Have nuclear weapons?
We don't give nuclear weapons to
not nuclear weapons. We gave weapons for the Cold War to Afghanistan.
With Iran, we've had long-standing policy of non-proliferation of nuclear arms.
I didn't mean nuclear weapons. I'm sorry. I didn't mean nuclear weapons. I thought we gave money and guns to someone for the Cold War.
We give money and guns to everyone.
All right, Steve, still on the regular. We give money and guns to Israel on the regular now.
Yeah, because they're our allies. We should give them money and guns.
They're our allies. Like, here's the thing: us as a nation, we're not really getting a lot out of that partnership
with Israel. Oh yeah, what would Israel give us? Matzah. Yeah. I mean,
they are the spearhead of intelligence in the Middle East region.
Oh,
number one.
How about they're the only thing stopping all of the Middle East from being a complete Islamic fortitude?
Oh, because they're Jewish.
How about they're the last democracy? And
Israel's a democracy? Yes. I thought that Netanyahu guy's in charge.
Yeah,
he's the prime minister.
That isn't a prime minister.
It's not exactly a democracy.
Isn't a prime minister like a king? No?
No, he's not a king, but I don't know what I actually don't. I believe his title is president, but I don't know if he's democratically elected. I mean, he's like president or chancellor. Something along those lines.
Oh, like Kim Jong-un. Okay.
I don't know what the Constitution indicates, though.
Oh, so that's why Israel's important. They do the intelligence thing.
Intelligence, money, reciprocal. Basically, they have
control a lot of interests.
The same interests. They basically have the same interests.
They control a lot of interests.
Right.
So, Frank, what's been going on in L.A.? Has that calmed down at all?
Yes, Steve.
Not really.
Actually, it's all back to normal. Everyone's back in their homes.
Frank, it's all
Are
back to
you
normal.
mocking? Are you mocking me?
Yes.
It's not back to
Yes.
normal.
Yeah. You know what the situation
I
is.
do not know. That's why I'm asking.
You're like the guy that goes to San Francisco in the bathhouses and go, "Hey, what are you guys, gay?" You know this already.
I swear to God, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I didn't check.
LA still has pockets of
Violence.
protests going on. It's violence, yeah, whatever it is. They're not complying with
Marines
police. The Marines are out of the picture. They're there, but they're in the background. They're not complying with police ordinance, and they're not complying with curfews that have been set. They're still ragged. They're small pockets. It's not as big as it was. Obviously, for the parade day and the No Kings Day, it was huge.
No Kings.
And
Kings.
Yeah, and that's where it started to really get out of hand.
I'm sorry, I had to make fun. I had to make fun of that entire fucking thing. But
I know.
Yeah, but Dave, like, is it gonna get better in the next month? Do you think it'll die down completely?
No.
It's being paid for, Steve. If people are getting
funded.
paid, all this around the country is funded
because they can miss work. That's
right now for the LA protests, there's an ad in Craigslist.
You get paid.
You get paid $6,500 to $12,500 for a week of protest. Every week you want to do it.
Can we? Let's go.
No,
like that.
Can we go?
That is the
The
real
problem
thing.
with all this is there's counter. Every action has a counter action. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
This is on both sides. So
$6,500 a week to protest.
Israel taking out the nuclear sites of Iran. Has facilitated the Iranians obviously striking back.
Yeah.
Which then has facilitated the Israelis to further strike back, where then the Iranians are threatening to take out Israel, whereupon you get now a situation where Trump says to Iran
to made all these deals. Yeah.
And then you get China that says, well, Israel should evacuate, right? So it's wow. And then they said now it's like if Israel nukes Iran, then Pakistan said they will nuke Israel. It's this whole this is war game, dude.
It's a chain effect.
There is a
Tyler could get nuked right now.
What?
I mean, yeah. Tyler could get a nuke. Wow.
We can see a flashlight right now.
Oh my God.
Luckily, I found an isolated alley in the financial district.
I can't believe that
Tel Aviv.
I can't believe they would actually drop.
I thought it was in Tehran.
I can't believe nuclear weapons are involved. I thought we can't use them.
I mean, Steve. So Israel has nuclear weapons and they can't use them. But generally, there is a policy of non-proliferation.
Yes,
and
non-proliferation. That's a big word.
As Iran isn't a nuclear threat at this point. One of the big reasons that Israel made this move was to stop Iran from gaining nuclear access or nuclear power.
Who would give that to them?
Well, Iran now says Iran is saying they can nuke Israel if they want to. That's what they said.
Well, where did they get the nuclear weapons?
Dave,
I think they're full of shit.
They said that, but general consensus is they're still about at least 6 months away.
Oh, no, I agree.
A viable nuclear weapon.
I agree.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I think what everyone is missing the
problem is the
Frank, make your point. Like I heard
back and forth.
Let him make his point. Go ahead.
No, my thing is this: we're missing the general point overall. Is that realistically, almost every nation in the Arab world wants Iran. Well, they want to get rid of Iran. They don't want the leaders in there. They don't want the mullahs in there.
I thought Israel just hated Hamas.
Israel is always
Israel's generally hated in the Arab world.
Yeah, well, I know that, but I thought they were just fighting Hamas.
My thing, they want. Notice you've heard nothing from Saudi Arabia, nothing from Qatar, nothing from Kuwait, nothing from
Syria,
any of those countries,
the Lebanese.
No, and Jordan. Listen, free airspace for the Israeli Air Force to just fly right into Iran. You've heard nothing because these countries want the Iranian leadership eliminated. They don't want their money threatened. They don't want their money threatened. They don't want their oil threatened. They don't want any of this to go down. But there's not going to be any nuclear firing back and forth. There's going to be what will happen is
I thought that would be a nuclear winter, and then everyone would die.
No, what you're going to see most likely, you'll see some sort of deal right now, maybe on the table. If a deal doesn't come in through Israel and Iran, you are going to see an internal revolution be funded by the U.S. and maybe by Israel internally. Paying for weapons, paying for funds to be used to overthrow the government
of Iran.
Iran, because the youth there's almost 40% unemployment in the country. The youth
40%.
The youth with that country. The inflation rate is in the, I don't know, 1,000%. Right. So bottom line, the youth of that country have nothing left. There's nothing for them to look or strive for. They can't get out of the country because they can't leave, so they might as well fight for their freedom while they're inside.
Trump has to go in and try to work a deal and convince Netanyahu that if he takes the next step, that it's going to not be great for everybody. So now
apparently
he has to protect Israel, but the issue is if Iran has been weakened enough, maybe they can get a deal. The problem is I know Israel wants the mullahs out. That's the bottom line. I think Israel is trying to get obviously Iran not to be able to have the power, but also to get the people to say, hey, we don't want these people in charge anymore. What Frank was saying, they're on the borderline already of they want to push the mullahs out, but they don't have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
So you're saying Israel is, if they had their druthers, they would destroy Iran and take it over?
No.
Oh.
No. They want the people to fight back against the mullahs, the leadership.
Okay. Oh, against Iran's leadership.
Against their own leadership, basically.
Against Iran, against the I don't know the party, Dave, but against the Iman, against the regime enforcing Sharia law.
So like a civil war almost.
More like probably like
it
would be like a coup, except it would be like
military.
A mutiny. A mutiny.
Yeah, that's a better word. A mutiny.
Like Crimson Tide.
Steve, to a degree, they're like the leadership right now in Iran is super extremist and super fundamentalist.
Well, of course
there are more what's the word I'm looking for? Like less extreme political parties and leadership there, but they're just not in power right now. So
in Iran. Okay.
Exactly. So
Israel wants them out.
Have a less extreme
leadership
government majority in there, but it's right now Iran's basically a Muslim Islamic nation. That's borderline terrorist right now.
But Dave, like it seems like this attack came out of nowhere.
Well, no. You mean when they went? What they went
the Israel-Iran thing.
Israel having watched a lot of it, Israel believes that Iran was very close to having a nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
And that weapon would immediately be pointed at Israel. Okay.
Yeah.
None of us know. None of it. Israel, I've seen a couple things. Netanyahu is insistent that they have very, very, very good intelligence, meaning on the inside, because they can't have good intelligence from the outside. So on the inside, that they were literally possible. They don't know whether it was weeks or hours, but it was very close
to happening.
Very close to having the ability to launch nuclear weapons. Which means Iran said they would launch it at the United States, Israel, and Great Britain.
All right, Dave. How long have we heard this though? Like I've been hearing this about Iran since I was like 15 years old.
I agree. You didn't watch.
I agree, but the issue is Biden wasn't paying any attention.
No,
So,
he ate ice cream.
Ooh, that's
really
valid.
don't
That's
know
valid.
that we really don't know because we didn't pay any attention. So now we're screwed intelligence-wise because we were so
We're
terrible
behind the
from the
eight ball.
Biden
Yeah.
that you are, in a sense, because
I don't pay
Israel is known for having good
attention.
intelligence, you are, in a sense, somewhat stuck trying to is Israel right on this or not? Because we've done a terrible job under Biden. He did nothing to be able
No,
to
he
find
ate ice cream.
things around the country. I mean, around
That's
the world.
fair.
So
Whoa.
instead of using intelligence to protect us from not being able to get involved in any of these things, we're in these bad situations now. And I think Trump is trying to figure it out. But listen, this is not an easy thing. And most people in America do not want us to be involved in any wars, right? Like that's why you voted for Trump.
No.
So Trump is under a Trump has to try to figure out
how to navigate this,
how to stay out of it, while letting Israel do what they have to do, but also has to do has to improve the entire. Like Trump is shaking up the whole entire administration, right?
Yeah.
The intelligence community.
Not the administration, Dave. The government.
Tyler, let Dave speak.
Probably
Shaking everything up.
Let Dave speak.
We have an intelligence problem throughout the world of the things that we need, because under Biden it was if we had intelligence, it was focused in a different direction, and now Trump is shaking things up, changing people. I do wonder, how do we have the same level of intelligence as what maybe Reagan had back? You know what I'm saying? Do we have that level where we know, like we had our spies in Russia. Russia probably had their spies in here, but like we knew the information. Yeah. We knew the information a lot better. I don't know that we know as well the information outside of. It's tough. It's a tough situation.
Where would Iran acquire nuclear weapons?
Well, it's not a matter of acquiring the weapons; it's a matter of putting it together to make a weapon.
Enriched uranium plants,
correct,
and research facilities.
So they can build them themselves.
They're going to put a nuclear warhead on a ballistic missile. That's what they're talking. It's not like you're thinking of.
Okay, so they're not getting it. Right. Yeah. So wow, that's scary.
They've had a program for decades, and we've destroyed it. Like we've caused damage to it numerous times, and every time they've got close before, we've like blew up all their labs. Like that's happened. Right.
That's what Israel went and did. That's what they went and did.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
You know what helps you?
Iran, it went back at Israel. That's
exactly.
It's different.
You know what helps you build labs and rebuild labs? Money.
We gave money.
Do you know who gave money to Biden? Freed up over $300 billion to go back to Iran. And Iran used that money to do two things.
We gave money to Iran?
Well, a lot of it was Iranian money that was frozen.
That was
because they're a terrorist state. So basically, it's their...
Obama
Tyler
gave money to Iran.
Tyler?
Obama gave an absurd amount of money to Iran.
Can you let Frank talk, please?
All I'm saying is that a ton of money was freed up and sent back to Iran. Okay, it was frozen under the Trump administration. Yeah. And with that money, they did two things. One, they increased their development and research to put together a nuclear weapon, and they acquired uranium, and they're building up. They have
like Oppenheimer.
What are the facilities called to create? I forget the terminology. It's
like
not
Area 51.
No. The chambers. I know I'm missing the proper terminology.
The nomenclature.
But just so they put together the equipment to build these, and also with a lot of the money, what did they do? They started sending out money to their proxies, Hamas, Yemen, the Houthis in Yemen.
They're funding.
They fund every terrorist organization in the world.
Well, they're clearly bad then for us.
Well, they're bad for everyone.
Well, then they got to go.
Yeah.
Well, that's obviously what the game plan is in one way or another. I think, unfortunately, Dave, I think whatever deal happens, Netanyahu is going to stick to his guns, and they have to eliminate the Iranian leadership one way or another, whether it be by assassination
And Dave
or whether it be by a civil war. I think that's going to happen.
And Dave, you don't think that it can happen because Trump has to keep the peace. He has to negotiate.
I think that Trump has to figure out what the game is here. Like, what is the move that gets this eventually fighting off the table? And, like, listen, Israel's not trying to take over Iran. What they're trying to do is get them to be a leadership. They don't want a hostile leadership towards them.
Like a fundamentalist.
But that's going to put a nuclear bomb on it and just turn it around and point it at them. So
yeah, but the thing is, as long as there's Islamic leadership in place in Iran, it's always going to be hostile.
I know, Tyler.
Just let I agree that you run the risk. You listen. I mean, look. The argument is the religion itself. There's always a risk because of
the Sharia law thing you said.
Because of the Sharia law. And the belief system that you're an infidel. So there's always a risk that someone may rise up. And I mean, listen, it's always going to be a risk as long as the world's around and there's Islam, and then you have
Christianity, Judaism,
Christianity, Judeo-Christian principles. Those two principles are
like.
They fight with what the Islam thought process is.
Oh, I got you.
And like one thing we have to keep in mind is Muslims and Jews are like
they don't like each other. They don't like each other.
Mean, it's definitely a central part of this conflict. The
well, of course,
Jews and the Muslims are always going to be at war. They're always going to have points of contention, and that Israel is a Jewish state, and Iran is a fundamentalist Islamic state. So they're always going to be at war.
Dave, did you have
it goes back all the way to literally the beginning of time.
Right. Exactly. But I think you're looking at it wrong. You're looking at it at a wrong angle. Here's the angle. Arabs can't get along with each other.
That's true.
Arabs don't like each other, whether it be Sunni and Shiite, whether it be two different sects, okay, or whether it also be the perfect example, the Palestinians. So we were talking about this earlier. We're talking about Palestinians. So the Palestinians basically right now are shunned from every Arab country. These 1.5 million, 1. How many ever are trying to get into other countries as refugees, and they're not being let in.
Right.
Egypt's not letting them in. Jordan's not letting them in. Syria's not letting them in. Well, nobody wants them.
You get political asylum, I thought.
There's no political asylum. They do not want Palestinians in.
Oh, so they're being persecuted.
You know who took the Palestinians in? Jordan did back in the 60s. They took the Palestinians in.
Was that a bad decision?
It was because by 1970, the PLO organized in Jordan and became so strong, they tried to eliminate the Jordanian leadership.
So it was a bad idea.
And that's when Jordan killed 3,000 Palestinians and threw them out.
Wow.
Okay.
If you believe the Bible is, the kind of truth, the sons of Noah are essentially the tribes that go on around the world, right? So, you have like Shem, who was like Hebrews and Arabic peoples, and then you have Ham, who was in Africa, Northern Africa, Egypt. A lot, it's amazing. It's then you have Japheth, who was Asia and parts of Europe. Like if you go to the tribes, and there's all these other sons that were covering different parts of those areas that and some of them hated each other. Some of them hated Noah. Some of them like Noah. I think Shem, if I'm not mistaken, if I have my Bible correct.
Is this the Noah with the ark we're talking about? The Noah with the ark? Okay.
When the world got cleared and Noah was
the ark. Yeah.
So Shem was the one that Noah was favored, and was favored by God. And I think that's supposed to be the beginnings of the Jewish people all the way down to Christianity,
Really?
right? And
It started? Wow.
that if you go read those parts of the Bible,
Yeah.
this is literally the beginning of the Bible. This is Genesis. Like, this is Adam and Eve, and then Cain and Abel, and then all of a sudden they build up this nation, and then God tells Noah to build the ark and go,
and take 2 of every animal.
Family on there, and then if you believe the Bible, Noah lived to like 900 some odd years old.
He did. A lot of people did back then.
Right. He had all these kids, and they were the kind of fathers of the nations. And believe it or not, that's the conflict that is still here. The brothers who had families, many. I mean, they're obviously
traced all the way back.
Yes, the conflict. There was conflict among the brothers.
Wow. Yeah. I had no idea.
They don't like each other.
Well, I know they clearly
the Arabs don't like each other.
They hate each other. No, I get that part.
That's valid. You know who Arabs hate even more? The Jews.
That's true.
Well, without a doubt.
And they hate Christians.
That's the only thing that brings all the Arabs together is their hate of the Jews.
The Jewish people.
That's it.
That's the rallying cry. They could be in the back alley beating the shit out of each other, and all of a sudden,
a Jew walks by.
There's a Jew. They all turn around and they want to go attack the Jew.
Yeah.
So this is really like we have a dire situation right now with the Israel-Iran thing, and then we have riots in LA, and then
like Steve, your mother was from Lebanon.
No.
Your father?
Yes.
Okay. So
he was born here, but yeah, he's Lebanese.
Lineage, Lebanese?
Yes.
Okay. And Christian?
Correct.
Yes.
Right. So that's one of the conflicts that goes on in Lebanon.
No, I know it's half and half. Lebanon.
The Muslims and the Christians. That's correct. The big conflict. There's no more. I don't think there's many Jewish people that live there anymore. Correct. It's really the Christians and the
Islamics. Yes.
Because Lebanon used to have a huge Christian. Like the majority of the country used to be Christian.
The majority was Christian. Oh,
I always thought the majority of the country.
I thought the majority was Islam. Okay.
No. Now they're trying to push every Christian out, but they have not succeeded in that. They have not succeeded, but yet. But it's radically less than it was at one time.
Wow. Yeah. But there's so much going. Lebanese oldies. What is this? Well, why are you looking at that? Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just need to read a music interlude.
No. This is all bad. There's a lot going on.
We need a music interlude.
Israel is bombing, or Iran's bombing Israel, or Israel's bombing Iran.
There's always
riots in LA.
Every 10 to 15 years, there needs to be an Arab-Israeli war. Every 10 to 15 years, there needs to be a readjustment. Like clockwork. Tell me there isn't. Tell me there isn't. Every 10 to 15 years.
There is.
Five Arab-Israeli wars from 48 all the way through.
I still need to go back to this Juneteenth because I'm really not understanding it.
Yeah.
I was told about it yesterday.
Okay.
It was the first time I've ever heard of it. And
it celebrates the freedom of the slaves in Texas.
I understand, but I looked it up, and slavery freedom didn't happen until September. So the Juneteenth was because of the George Floyd thing. And I was just, it's not.
No, Juneteenth was the official
ending of slavery.
Yes.
The official end of slavery
at
the federal level. At the federal level.
But this is the first I've ever heard of it. Like 10 years ago, I don't remember getting a day off for Juneteenth.
No, that's new. That is new.
Yeah. Why? How did that happen?
They
said it happened because of George Floyd.
You're saying George Floyd? Oh, maybe you might be right.
That's right.
Identity politics did start championing Juneteenth.
We're not sensitive enough towards the black plight, so Juneteenth had to be created.
This literally started getting brought up and pushed 3 to 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I saw. The first year it was 2021.
Here's the thing. It's actually
I'm very confused.
I feel as if it's a valid thing that's being brought up.
It's valid?
Should commemorate and celebrate. Like,
but he's not a war hero.
No, the African American community is
There's
a
nothing wrong with celebrating,
is
in my opinion.
vast majority of the American people. So we deserve to recognize this day. I think
I get that
is valid, but this did not start getting pushed until about 5 years ago.
With 2021
identity politics for the left to try to demonize the right for not celebrating it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said after the show, I want Frank to drive me down to the gas station. I'm going to take a beer and I want to get murdered. And then I want a federal holiday named that.
You don't need to take a beer for that. I can get that. I can have you.
No. But
I can have your wishes fulfilled without taking a beer.
The federal holiday was named after him. They
I will
said that.
murder you for a twisted tea.
That's what I don't understand is he committed a crime, and I know he was murdered, but he committed a crime and was murdered, and the holiday gets named basically in his honor.
George Floyd would have died anyway. He
had fentanyl in his system. I know.
This is a valid point. We do not know if he died from the neon's neck or from acute fentanyl overdose.
No, the medical examiner classified it a homicide. I'm pretty sure.
When you die, Steve, they're going to name a national holiday. They're going to call it Fool-teenth.
No, I want it Cully stock. I said
Cully stock.
I want Cully stock in my life.
That's why I said I want to go down. I want to rob
Fool's for Cully stock.
I want to rob Burn Dairy.
Steve, guys like choke you to die so we can get Cully stock, please.
That's what I'm saying. If I do this as a white person and I get killed by a police officer,
you're not white. You're Arabic.
Well, no, nobody. And I'm not. I'm Caucasian. I am.
I will become.
You identify as a minority.
I will become a police officer just to murder you.
Yeah, and film it.
Holiday.
And I want a national holiday named after me.
Yeah,
I want a Cully stock.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
I want Cully stock.
That's why I'm so confused how Juneteenth happened. And it's been around for 4 years, and I didn't know it. I had no idea.
It's a culmination of many things. It's okay. Are you working
on Juneteenth?
I am working on Juneteenth. I can't take it off.
It's a federal holiday.
I don't work for federal government. I'm a private citizen, self-employed.
Dave, do you have to work on Juneteenth?
Do I what?
Do you have to work on Juneteenth? It's a federal holiday.
I own my own business.
Yeah, but it's like Christmas. Like you can't work on Christmas.
If I had to work on Christmas, I do.
I've worked on Christmas before.
I just have there been any other holidays that have been invented recently?
I'm sure there has, and we're just missing it. Yeah, all those Mother's Day, Father's Day.
No.
Secretary's Day.
Juneteenth was invented 4 years ago.
National Chocolate Day.
Steve, it wasn't invented 4 years ago.
No, it's been around forever. I know.
It's been around, but it's brought to the public consciousness by identity politics 4 or 5 years ago.
So is there a transgender Juneteenth?
No, this month is Pride Month.
I mean,
Pride for who?
Everybody. Any LGBTQ, anything.
Yeah.
There's no heterosexual pride.
No, that's long gone.
It's all gay pride.
We've been
wait a second.
We've been shamed.
No, hold on. The entire month of June is Pride Month.
Pride Month. Absolutely.
Yep.
And it's only for gay people.
I would assume.
Well, it's for gay people. It's for transgender people. It's for
queer. Yeah.
Queer people.
Well, I'm non-binary. So can I be part of it?
No.
It's not for non-binary.
It's not for Lebanese.
What's up with the Lebanese?
You're not Lebanese, not binary.
I am Lebanese. I'm non-binary.
You are not non-binary.
There are no gay Lebanese men.
I've known you, Steve. I've known you for several decades now. You are not non-binary.
Well, no, I'm a hipster and I'm non-binary.
Yeah.
Those are how that's how I want.
Listen, everybody
I
can
can
have.
identify how I want. I'm a non-binary hipster.
Everybody can have whatever holiday they want. We don't care.
So Cauley Stock can exist.
I don't care. Cauley Stock, do whatever you want. You'll be celebrating by yourself. Take a day off. It's your holiday.
At the end of the day, I am my nationality. I am the most oppressed out of any minority.
You are?
And I don't say shit.
You're oppressed?
Because like us Native Americans, do what we do?
You're a Native American. Oh, that's right. You're a Native American.
Dude, Native Americans, we drink and we don't talk about it.
And you gamble too. And you gamble too.
No, we make money. We make money from gambling. But by horrible gambling, notwithstanding.
Heavy on the firewater.
So Dave,
I've had firewater.
Juneteenth is happening, and it's a federal holiday.
Yeah.
And how did it like? I want to protest Juneteenth. Do I write my congressman? Like, how do I do this?
Yes.
Steve,
who do I talk to?
We go to the center of town in Hartford, New York.
Did you just say the Ghostbusters?
You have a gathering of white people.
No, I'm that serious. I don't agree with this.
You can't say who am I going to call, and I have to say the Ghostbusters.
I don't agree.
On Juneteenth, if you're not Native American at all,
Bill Murray's available,
or black, you can protest.
So that's what I'm asking. If I disagree with Juneteenth, who can I write a letter to and say I want this to stop?
Don't write a letter. Steve, have a rally. Have a rally in the center of town in New Hartford.
Would New Hartford?
I would send a letter to John Coffey.
Would New Hartford have a Juneteenth rally?
New Hartford, a rally? I don't think they'd have a rally. They probably honor the day because they would get a day off
I don't want to honor it. I want to protest it.
Oh,
I have a Juneteenth.
Go to Worcester. You have to organize. You have to organize.
Go to Worcester Council meeting.
Dust off your swastika flag. Go down to Oneida Square and start waving it and see what happens.
Yeah, United Square.
No, I'm serious. So if I go on Facebook and then post on Juneteenth, we're having a protest.
Yeah, we're having a rally. We'd like all the Caucasians to come down from the hills. Bring your swastika flags. We're gonna hang out and protest Juneteenth.
We're gonna meet in the Village Green.
Don't even swastika flag.
And we're gonna throw Molotov cocktails.
Frank, you're generalizing.
Yeah, of course I am, Tyler.
No. I'm just saying, like, could I do that? Could I go on Facebook and
you can do whatever you want? It's a free country.
They probably would have the people that would join. They might have some white hoods on.
Steve, you can protest Juneteenth.
You would have David Duke would be your biggest funder. He'd be sending you money.
He would.
I just can't believe it's a federal holiday and I knew nothing about it.
Because you listen, you don't know much about anything. You've been on this political podcast for months. You know nothing about politics.
No, I do, but I didn't know that this was a federal holiday. I can't believe that.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
I don't think it's a bad federal holiday.
No, it's
gay people get a whole Pride Month. Dave, get a whole month.
Yeah.
Let me ask a riveting political question here. What's going on with Israel and Iran? Anything going on?
I was starting the conversation.
World War III? I don't know.
I was starting the conversation. World War III? No. Listen, I have said everything correctly. I asked what was going on. I want to be educated. I'm asking because I don't know.
You know.
No, I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I do not know.
Steve, next time, Greta Thunberg.
There's only so much room in Steve's head.
The next year,
so much UConn sports and mixed.
Go ahead. Dave, listen. Half of the topics for the show come as my father is driving me up here.
Right.
He mentioned that there was a bombing with Israel and Iran. He mentioned that Trump had a parade.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely.
And the Juneteenth was a fight with a friend yesterday who told me there's a federal holiday and he's off on Thursday.
I have a soulmate for you just for fun. Greta Thunberg.
What does that mean?
No,
He doesn't know who she is. He doesn't know who she is now. No clue.
And my dad said AOC said free Palestine at a rally, and that was bad.
Yeah, of course she did.
Oh well,
AOC is the champion of the left right now.
Yeah.
But
the champion. Like right now, she presents well. She's fairly well spoken. And she's attractive.
Right. But Tyler,
she's
a
a face
moron.
right now.
If she wasn't fairly hot, no one would even listen to her.
Tyler, you were asked several questions. One of them was if you would fornicate with Kamala Harris. You said no because you don't want to be Eskimo twins with Montel Harris.
No, Montel Williams. Montel Williams.
Would you have sex? Would you have sex with AOC?
The Olympics in 100? Who was he?
AOC, probably.
So you would fornicate with AOC?
9.66 in the 100 meter.
9.66 in 100.
Probably. If you got Bowie after, because I really want to talk to her.
And then, what about Jenna Bishop? Would you fornicate with her?
Who?
Jenna, the winner, Jenna Bishop, the MMA fighter, the one that beat won the championship.
Jenna Bishop.
Who you mean, Kayla Harrison?
Kayla Harrison. Sorry, whatever.
Fuck no.
You wouldn't have sex with Kayla Harrison?
No.
How you get Jenna Bishop out of Kayla Harrison?
Yeah.
Well, she fought Jenna Bishop and someone in PFL named with that name. Okay. All right. Well, I think
I would not have sex with Kayla Harrison. For a lot of reasons.
And you're uncircumcised. And you are. He said he bang AOC, but he still won't bang Kamala.
I would definitely forgive AOC.
What would AOC start? What is that? 11.
What is that?
11. He's all right.
If Kamala didn't bang Montel Williams, would you have sex with her? Tyler, I'm asking you.
I know I'm thinking.
Oh, you're considering it.
How about the crazy senator from Texas?
Yeah, like that. Wait, which crazy senator from Texas?
What's her name?
Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, she's pretty. She's good looking. She's good looking.
Are you talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene?
No, Jasmine Crockett.
He doesn't know who that is. No, but Kamala.
What about Maxine Waters?
No, you can't do that. I want to know about Kamala.
No.
Okay. I want to have sex with that Bondi lady. I watched her a few times. She's attractive.
The press secretary or whatever?
Yeah.
No, she's not the press secretary. She's the Attorney General.
The blonde press secretary. I like.
The press secretary is hot.
The blonde press secretary. What's her name?
I like her. I like her. She's not hot. Though.
No. She's the white blonde girl.
Yeah.
I like Jasmine Crockett.
Who's that?
She would yell at me, Jasmine Crockett.
She's a representative.
State rep from Texas. Yeah.
Oh, I don't like her. I want the blonde press secretary.
Frank, Jasmine Crockett. If she was dating us, she would be yelling. She'd be yelling at us, mad at us, and then we get her home and have a great time.
Yeah, listen, Dave. Every
public like crackers.
Every minority female representative complains about white supremacy and the white plague, right? And all of a sudden, when you see who they're married to, they're all married to white guys.
Tyler,
I don't think she is.
There was a question that came in asking if you would have sex with any females in Tehran.
Any females what?
In Tehran.
Jasmine Crockett is married to
would you bang like a Muslim Iranian?
The white women I've seen, yes.
Okay.
The Arabic women, I don't know. I don't know.
You can't tell. You never know.
Listen,
you're running a risk.
What's that?
Bro, no. I'm not worried about the brother. Hey, you just don't know what's going on under that.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know. Yeah, you're taking a risk.
A couple of you have a decent idea, but you don't really know.
Tyler was asked if he would have sex with a Tehranian woman.
I think some of the people in my community don't like me anymore because of my Rebel Republic show.
I think so too.
I think Tyler would hump a turtle.
We were up past 300
viewership.
No, Tyler says he's circumcised. I was very surprised by that. So
Very surprised. Jesus.
no, I remember your penis. I remember your penis very clearly. So, but
Okay, fair.
yeah.
You definitely
So
see it.
no, I do. I was a big meat gazer. Just I wanted to know what I was up against. So
I'll tell you, all these cars are running over these protesters that are getting in the way.
Fantastic. You know what the funny thing was? Somebody said, "Oh my God, I can't believe the violence. Is the car okay?"
Brother. No. So everyone talks about
you have 2 minutes.
being
Hurry
so
up.
liberal.
Yep.
There's been no disruption of anything due to protests.
Right. Well, I'm
I'm
going
in
to try
Boston
to.
every day.
I am going to figure out how to do this Juneteenth protest because that's number one on my list. I'm going to post it
I
on
actually like
Facebook.
this idea, Steve.
I want to see if I can get some people to support it because it shouldn't be a federal holiday. And if it is, you should have the day off. I don't want you to work.
I should.
Here's the deal. I either protest on Juneteenth or you take the day off.
We'll sit around and have a little bit of lamb shawarma.
I'll do a Juneteenth
I like
podcast.
that shawarma. That's pretty good.
Very good.
Okay.
We can do a Juneteenth podcast.
All right. Well, this has been another banner Rebel Republic. I'm sure Ernie's going to be able to air about 10 minutes of it.
10. You should only air this podcast at the Worcester City Council meetings.
Yeah. I like that.
Can you stop with the Arab music?
It's Lebanese. This is your
mocking my
homeland.
culture.
This is your homeland.
I don't sing Tony Bennett around you or Sinatra.
This is right before they strap a bomb to their
I'm going to
chest and run
start
to the
singing
building.
New York, New York.
They all gather around. They drink hot tea. They strap bombs to their chest and run to the buildings.
I'm gonna sing New York, New York, and put cannolis on my dick.
Cully stock right here. Here's the music all day and night.
Oh, that's the other thing. I'm going after this. We're going down, and I'm getting murdered, and I want a federal holiday. All right. So for the asshole of reason playing Lebanese music, Tyler King, our top political correspondent, risking his life on the grounds of Tehran. He could get nuked at any second.
Any second.
And
The
hopefully
Jews gonna nuke me.
and he's not and he is circumcised.
And the man has been ostracized from the entire neighborhood of New Jersey.
And
the guy who's been ostracized by his entire neighborhood of New Jersey,
Coach Schumann, who hasn't slept because of gout, and he won a championship.
Oh, gout was the worst.
I know.
Oh, you had gout, Dave?
Yeah, he had gout.
Yeah, I never had it before. I thought I had a broken foot. I went to the doctor this morning because I thought I broke my foot. It was so much pain. I couldn't even walk.
Painful.
Yeah. Yep. So
all
that.
You know what
Did
cures
you
gout?
do something that made you thought you broke your foot?
Lamb shawarma.
That's
Lamb shawarma cures gout.
You know what? I'm canceling. I'm canceling the dinner that my father ordered on Sunday. You're fired.
Does he want a half a tray of tabbouleh?
I just fired you from Sunday's dinner. My father asked Frank to cook dinner on Sunday for my grandma's 99th birthday. I'm firing him. He's fired.
Do you like extra lemon juice? Do you like extra lemon juice in your hummus?
What happened to this guy?
I didn't know it.
He's closing in on his movie deal.
Whose music is that?
How's that guy doing?
Whose music is
His
that?
wave brew flows like a river in the dark alleys where the shadows gather. With a smile and a laugh, he turns fear into cheer. Billy's got the power no villain can steer. He's the hero with a glass and a grin fight.
It's awesome.
Wait,
No, he's the
Best song ever.
they're
I'm not familiar
negotiating
with that
with
music, please.
they're negotiating with Bobby Knievel to play him. So when that happens,
Bobby Knievel?
I'm kidding. That's who he said. He thinks that Bobby
Brad
Knievel.
Pitt's gonna play him.
That too. So yeah, for Dave's gout, and we want a flag championship. And Tyler, I hope you don't get nuked. I'm gonna start the Juneteenth protest, and this has been Rebel Republic. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Just get a lot of tabbouleh and bomb Israel.
Oh wow, that's horrendous. I can't sign off on that.
All right, bomb
Pretty
Iran.
good, dude.
was great.